So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix. Welcome to Unacademy. So in these sessions, we are going to start the communication system and we are going to study the communication system like never before. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared ESC examination 2 times, both times in double digit rank. And I have also served as a Group A Gazette officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. And I have also cleared a lot of public sector examinations. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy and I really feel proud to be the part of the Unacademy team, because Unacademy is the revolution in the field of free education and in the field of affordable education, and we as a team are really looking forward for every student to just come onto the Unacademy platform. You can attend the special classes, you can come onto this YouTube channel and you can stay connected with us so that you can understand the quality education and you can understand the efforts that we are putting in, so that every student of this country, whether he stays in a village or he stays in a town, should get the access of the content, that too in a very affordable prices, and he can also or she can also clear the examination with the best possible ranks. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy with more than 15 million watch minutes in the overall duration and 2 million watch minutes in the last 30 days. So I am right now the top educator in Unacademy across all the branches, having rank 4 right now. And you can also follow me on Unacademy on this particular link. So you can go and follow me on Unacademy. Apart from that, my advice to every student is that how should you crack the examination and what are the components to cracking the examination. So the first question that comes to the mind, that can anyone prepare from the YouTube? Yes, you can prepare from the YouTube, but you should develop or cultivate some habits in yourself. For example, you should be very much disciplined. You should arrange the extra resources. For example, the PDFs you have to arrange, the test series you have to arrange by yourself, and most importantly, that self-discipline you should be containing in yourself, so that you can be very corrective manner and you can approach the examination in the best possible manner. So all these things you have to arrange yourself. The sense of competitiveness you have to cultivate in yourself, because the audience on the YouTube are not that much of competitive in nature, or maybe you cannot feel the competition which is present right now. So all these things are the part of the journey if you want to prepare through the YouTube, or maybe if you want to prepare through the free resources. Apart from that, if you want that you should get complete content, then this is the YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel itself, all the free content are available. You just have to go to the playlist. All the subjects are completed there. You just have to go and watch all the lectures one by one. Definitely will be getting benefited. But the extra things that I have told you, that the self-discipline and the sense of competitiveness and a lot of things you have to arrange by yourself. If you are comfortable in that, then you can do that. Apart from that, you should also have Unacademy learning app, so that the special classes you can attend. A lot of educators in this country are actually providing the special classes, that too absolutely free of cost, so that you can get the quality content in the best possible manner. Apart from that, there is also another component for you, which is Unacademy Plus. So on Unacademy Plus, what is your job? You just have to study. If you join this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to worry about the crash courses, weekly test, doubt solving sessions, the language barrier, rank improvement batches, live classes. So all these things will be taken care by the Unacademy. You just have to take the Unacademy Plus subscription and you have to come on to the Unacademy. You will be daily getting the live classes. You will be getting the crash courses. When you will be getting the crash courses? When the syllabus are completed. You will be getting the weekly test in the form of quizzes. Every fourth class is the doubt solving session, which is the major you can say the component or the major impact will be creating on your studies will be this doubt solving group. Because until and unless your doubts are not being cleared, until and unless you are not able to clear your doubts, you will never get the confidence in the subject. So once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, every fourth class is doubt solving session. Apart from that, various other doubt solving sessions are going on. So ultimately you will be getting your doubts cleared and you will gain confidence in the subject. The language barrier will not be an issue, because the batches will be running both Hindi and in English, and rank improvement batches will also be there. So all these things are the component of this Plus subscription. Once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to be worried about your self-discipline, your competitiveness nature. Everything will be present on Unacademy, because a lot of other students will be there. Since the classes will be live, you can also watch it recorded later on. So the discipline automatically comes, because you get the idea that you will be having the daily live classes. Apart from that, there is also one iconic subscription. In this iconic subscription, the game changer is this personal coach. So this subscription is for them who thinks that their basics are weak, or those who are talented but they needs a continuous push. So this personal coach will be guiding you throughout your strategy. He will be giving you the study planners. You will be getting the study booster sessions. Once you will get the test, you will be getting the analytics. Analytics plays a major role in improving yourself. We as a teacher also get our analytics so that we can improve on the daily basis. So once you start getting the analytics, you will be also improving massively on the daily basis. Apart from that, there will also be the guidance for the mains once you clear the prelims, and there will also be the guidance for the interview once you clear the mains. So once you take the Iconic subscription, all the benefits of the Plus are included by default in this. And if you take the Plus subscription, then also these things will be included in that, though, so that will also create impact in your preparation, so that you just have to.
Hello friends, welcome to this problem solving video of communication system. So in this lecture we will try to solve the questions based on the random variables. So before actually going into the questions, let me give you a brief idea about the formulas that might use in the random variables. So first formula is arithmetic progression, in which the last term equal to the first term plus n minus 1 into d, and summation will be n by 2 a plus l, where l is last term, a is first term, d is your common difference, and n is number of terms. Similarly, in case of geometric progression, the summation becomes a into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r for n terms, and this summation becomes a upon 1 minus r for infinite term. And this formula is true only when this magnitude of common ratio is less than 1. Then only we can apply this formula. Then few binomial expansions, such as 1 minus x to the power minus 1 becomes 1 plus x square plus x cube. 1 minus x to the power minus 2 becomes 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube. Now if I multiply this with x, so it becomes x plus 2x square plus 3x cube plus 4x power 4. Similarly, this 1 plus x inverse will become 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus x power 4. Or 1 plus x power minus 2 can be written as 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube plus 5x to the power 4. So these are the important formulas which you need to remember. Now let us try to solve the questions based on the random variables. So the first question, it is saying that you have 3 coins, and 3 coins of 1 rupees, 2 rupees and 5 rupees, and these are tossed simultaneously, and number of heads are selected as random variables. So we have to plot the PMF, PDF and CDF. So from here, first of all, we should understand what is the random experiment. So random experiment is 3 coins are tossed simultaneously. Now, so what will be the sample space? The sample space will become triple T, tail, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, tail, head, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, head, and finally all 3 heads. Now, the random variable is x of lambda, and it is given in the problem that number of heads you can consider it as a random variable. So here number of heads is 0, here it is 1, again 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 and 3. So this becomes your random variable, and the values taken by the random variable is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So this becomes your random variable. Now the first thing which you need to understand, that first of all you identified the random experiment, and from that random experiment you've identified what is your random variable, and based upon that you completed your random variable. So first thing which you need to consider is PMF, which is probability mass function. So we know that PMF means probability of x into xi equal to probability of x equal to xi. So suppose if I have to consider this, so xi represents values taken by random variable x. So x can take values 0, 1, 2 and 3. So first of all I'll calculate probability of x equal to 0, and it will represent px of 0. So you can say that there are total 8 outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So there are total 8 outcomes, out of which only one outcome is to be chosen, which means probability of 0. So it will become 1 by 8. Similarly, x can take another value of 1. So basically this will give us the value of px1. So how many times of 1 are coming? Out of total sample space, 1 is coming 3 times, and the size of the total sample space is 8. So this can be written as 3 by 8. Similarly, probability of x equal to 2 again can be written as 3 by 8, and probability of x equal to 3 can be written as 1 by 8, because x equal to 3 is only single event and total events are 8, so you can write it as 1 by 8. So finally this can be written as px of 2, and it can be written as px of 3. So we obtained the value of px equal to xi, and it comes out to be 1 by 8 when xi is 0, 3 by 8 when xi is 1, 3 by 8 when xi is 2, 1 by 8 when xi is 3. So I can draw the graph of this PMF. So this is your Px and this is xi. So we know that we can have values of xi as 0, one value as 1, another value as 2, one value as 3. So at xi equal to 0, it will have exactly value equal to 1 by 8. Similarly at 1, it will have value exactly equal to 3 by 8. Again, this becomes 3 by 8. This value becomes 1 by 8. So this is your PMF. Now, in case of PMF, we can say that value at exactly x equal to 0 becomes 1 by 8, value at xi equal to 1 is 3 by 8, value at xi equal to 2 is 3 by 8, and value at xi equal to 3 is 1 by 8. So basically, all these values which are representing here, these are representing the discrete impulses, because we know that in case of discrete impulses, the value of del n will be 1 at n equal to 0, and this value will be 0 for n not equal to 0. So these all are representing the discrete impulses. Now suppose we have to calculate few probabilities from this PMF diagram, then how we will calculate? So if I have to calculate probability of x equal to 1, I have to calculate probability of x equal to 1.5. We have to calculate the probability of x lying between 1 to 2 and probability of this we have to calculate. So we know that probability of x equal to 1, in case of PMF, the value itself give the probability. It means if you have to calculate the probability of x equal to 1, so you needed to calculate this px of 1, and this px of 1 gives you 3 by 8. Similarly here also you have to calculate px of 1.5. So this px of 1.5 you can see very clearly from here is 0, so it will also become 0. Now since x is taking only integer values, so it is asking us to take any integer value between 1 and 2. So if you will take any integer value between 1 and 2, there is no value of this px is present, so this also becomes 0. Similarly, if you have to choose any integer value between 1 and 2, so you can take any integer value as 1, and this px of 1 comes out to be 3 by 8. So in this manner, you can calculate probabilities at a point and range of probabilities with respect to PMF or when the PMF diagram is given. So we calculated the PMF which was asked, and we also plotted it. Now we will plot the PDF. In this discussion we will draw the PDF. So We know that to draw the PDF, first of all, this PDF becomes summation of x equal to xi del of x minus xi. So whenever your x is discrete random variable, in that case you can find the PDF like this, and from here very clearly you can see this we discussed in theory also in very detail, that this particular random variable or this x is representing a discrete random variable. So this will become probability of x equal to 0 del of x minus 0, probability of x equal to 1 del of x minus 1, probability of x equal to 2 del of x minus 2, and probability of x equal to 3 del of x minus 3. So the PDF becomes 1 by 8 del x, 3 by 8 del of x minus 1, 3 by 8 del of x minus 2, 1 by 8 del of x minus 3. So in this case it becomes continuous impulses. So at x equal to 0, the area of the impulse is 1 by 8. At x equal to 1 and at x equal to 2, the area of the impulse is 3 by 8, 3 by 8. And at x equal to 3, the area is again 1 by 8. Now suppose again we have to calculate the same probabilities. The first one is probability of x equal to 1 from PDF. So we know that we have to calculate 1 minus to 1 plus fx of x dx. So you have to calculate area from 1 minus to 1 plus. So in 1 minus to 1 plus there is only impulse present and whose area is coming out to be 3 by 8. Similarly, if you have to calculate x equal to 1.5, which means you have to calculate area from 1.5 minus to 1.5 plus fx of x dx. So somewhere here will be the point 1.5 and you have to calculate the area around this point 1.5. So there is no impulse present around this point, so this area becomes 0. Similarly, third is probability of 1 to 2. So this can be calculated from the PDF as 2 plus 2, 1 minus, sorry, it will be 1 plus 2, 2 minus fxx of dx. So from 1 plus to 2 minus, which means in this range, again there are no impulses present, so it becomes 0. And fourth probability which it can ask is this. So we know that whenever we write expression, we want equality at 2 and we do not want equality at 1. So this can be written as 1 minus to 2 minus fxx of dx, and if you will start from 1 minus and you will reach to 2 minus, then this impulse gets covered and the area of this impulse comes out to be 3 by 8. So in this manner you can again calculate all these probabilities with the help of PDF also, and very clearly you can see only impulses are present in case of DRV. So whenever the case will be the discrete random variable, only impulses will be present. Finally, we have to calculate the CDF. So how you can calculate the CDF? You know that CDF of a random variable is nothing but minus infinite to x fx of dx. So whenever you will integrate the impulses, you will get the step functions. So it becomes 1 by 8 ux, 3 by 8 ux minus 1, 3 by 8 ux minus 2, 1 by 8 ux minus 3. So let me draw this diagram. So the transition points will be at 0, 1, 2, 3. So at 0 this size will be 1 by 8. Then again 3 by 8 gets added to it. Then again we add 3 by 8 to it. And finally 1 by 8 is added to it. So this value becomes 1. This is your 1 by 8. When you will add 3 by 8, it becomes 1 by 2. When you again add 3 by 8, it becomes 7 by 8. So these are the points. And this type of structure you already know is called as staircase. Now from this CDF diagram also we want to calculate the probabilities. So the first probability, which is x equal to 1. So it can be written as fx of 1 plus minus fx of 1 minus. So whenever you will calculate the value at 1 plus, it comes out to be 1 by 2, and at 1 minus, it comes out to be 1 by 8. So it becomes 1 by 2 minus 1 by 8 or 3 by 8. Or you can also calculate the size of this jump, which is 3 by 8. So you can say that probability at a point in case of CDF is always equal to the jump present at that point. So suppose we have to calculate probability at x equal to 1.5. So it becomes fx of 1.5 plus minus fx of 1.5 minus. So if you take 1.5, so it will be somewhere around here, and value at 1 plus 0.5 is also 1 by 2, and 1.5 minus is also 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, or it comes out to be 0. Similarly, the third probability, which is from 1 to 2, can be calculated as fx of 2 minus fx of 1 plus. So if you calculate the value of fx of 1 plus, it comes out to be 1 by 2, and you will calculate the value as fx of 2 minus, it also comes out to be 1 by 2. So it becomes 0. And the fourth probability, which is between 1 to 2, so it becomes fx of fx of 2 minus fx of 1 minus. So fx of 2 minus is 1 by 2, and you will calculate fx of 1 minus, it again becomes 1 by 8, and answer again comes out to be 3 by 8. So this 1 minus value you can calculate from here, and it comes out to be 1 by 8, and this fx of 2 minus value will be here, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So from the graph of the CDF, you can also calculate the required probabilities or the range of the probabilities. So probability at a point, if you want to calculate probability such that random variable x equal to some constant, then you can calculate this as, let me put this constant as a, so it will be more clear. So you can calculate it by three methods. First one is identify the PMF and probability of x equal to a will be value of PMF at that point, or identify the PDF. Probability at x equal to a will be area under the curve of the PDF from a minus to a plus, and finally CDF. So if you have to calculate probability at a point, it will become fx of a plus minus fx of a minus. So in this manner you can calculate probability at a point. So now let's move on to the next question. So in the next question, the cumulative distribution function of a random variable is given. So this is the CDF of a random variable is given, and it is asking us to calculate few important points. So initially it is asking us to calculate the value of k, and the value of k, it will be very simple, because we know that in case of any CDF the value of fx of infinite becomes 1, and if you will calculate from here, then fx of infinite is equal to k, because at x equal to infinity its amplitude is k and it is going to be 1. So first part is very simple. Let us see what it is asking in the second part. So in the second part it is asking us to calculate the PDF. So we know that if you have a CDF, then in order to obtain the PDF, we must differentiate this CDF. So let us first of all differentiate this CDF. So this was your PDF. X fx of x. The CDF was this vertical line, again x slope, and then horizontal line. And the values are like this value is 1, this value is 2. So it becomes 1 by 3, 1 by 2, k. So from here you can see that this slope is 1 by 3, this slope is 1 by 2, this slope is 0, and this is vertical line. So if I have to differentiate it, so we know that differentiation of a line which is having slope will be a horizontal line. This area will be 1 by 3. So this value will be 1 by 3, sorry, not area. This value is 1 by 3. Now exactly at 1, there is a sudden jump, or you can say the slope of plus infinity. So there must be an impulse present, and the height of impulse must be equal to this length. So this length is 1 by 6. So there we will have an impulse whose area is going to be 1 by 6. Then from 1 to 2, another horizontal line of value 1 by 2 will come. So this will become 1 by 2 up to this point 2, and after 2 the slope becomes 0. So we have to draw a line of slope 0. So here we made a line whose value is 1 by 3, then we made a line whose value is 1 by 2, and then we made a line whose value is 0, because we know that whenever we will differentiate a signal, so basically it will represent its slope. So we have to plot the slope. Here slope was 1 by 3, so that is why we plotted the slope as 1 by 3. Here the slope was 1 by 2, so we plotted the slope 1 by 2. Here we had the sudden jump, or you can say that the slope was plus infinity, so that is why we kept it as a impulse. So this is the situation of PDF and CDF. Now let us see what are the probabilities which it is asking us to calculate. So the first probability which it is asking is probability at x equal to 1. So the first probability which it is asking is probability of x equal to 1. So we know that this probability can be calculated from both CDF as well as PDF. So if I will calculate it from CDF, so this becomes probability of x equal to 1, fx of 1 plus minus fx of 1 minus, or basically jump at 1. So if we'll calculate the jump at 1, this jump is going to be 1 by 6, or you can calculate the values at 1 plus. So value at 1 plus will be roughly equal to 1 by 2, and value at 1 minus will be at this point, and it will be roughly 1 by 3. So from here this value comes out to be 1 by 6. Either you could have calculated this jump, and this value of this jump is 1 by 6, so the probability will become 1 by 6. From PDF, if same probability I needed to calculate, then I should calculate area under the curve from 1 minus to 1 plus fxx of dx. So if you have to calculate area of this signal from 1 minus to 1 plus, so this is 0 width. We know that in a 0 width only impulse function can provide finite area. So from 1 minus to 1 plus, you can see there is only one impulse present, and this particular area will become 0 because this width will be almost 0. So from this function, which is a step function, this particular width will give 0 area, but at the same point you have impulse, so the area under the curve of the impulse will become 1 by 6. In the second part, it is asking us to calculate probability at x equal to 2. So from the CDF, you can calculate probability of x equal to 2 as fx of 2 plus minus fx of 2 minus. So you can see that here, first of all, you can calculate the jump at 2. So you can see that there is no jump at 2, so this probability must be 0. Otherwise, you can calculate the value at fx of 2 plus, which is 1, and at fx of 2 minus, which is also 1. So this 1 minus 1 becomes 0. Otherwise, same things you can comment directly from the jump. So there is no jump present. It means this probability must be 0. So probability of x equal to 2 becomes 2 minus 2, 2 plus fxx of dx. So from PDF, you have to calculate the probability from 2 minus to 2 plus. So if you will look here from 2 minus to 2 plus, you can see that this width is going to be 0, and in this 2 minus to 2 plus width, only impulse function could have given the non-zero probability. So you can see that at 2 no impulses are present, or if you have to calculate the probability from 2 minus to 2 plus, then width of this function becomes 0. That is why this probability can be written as 0. So this was the calculation of probability at x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. Now let's move on to the next part. So in the next part, it is asking us to calculate the probability between 1 to 2. So whenever you have to calculate the probability between 1 to 2 from CDF, you can write probability from 1 to 2. So it becomes fx of 2 minus fx of 1 plus. So value of fx of 2 minus, value of 2 is 1, and at 2 minus there is no jump, or these 2 points are in continuation, so this value can be also considered as 1. What will you value at 1 plus? This point is 1. When you will move to 1 plus, so you will move right and you will cross this vertical line, and this value becomes 1 by 2. So from here this value comes out to be 1 by 2. Similarly from PDF, if I have to calculate the same probability, so from PDF it becomes 2 minus to 1 plus fx of x dx. So we have to calculate area under the curve from, it will be 1 plus 2, 2 minus fxx of dx. So we have to calculate area under the curve from 1 plus to 2 minus. So when you will go to 1 plus, then this impulse get discluded, and you have to calculate area under the curve. So from here you can see that if you have to calculate this area under the curve, so overall this area has to be calculated excluding the impulse. So you can see that the height of this particular rectangular box is 1 by 2, and this width, if you will consider, it becomes 1. So if this width you can consider, this width becomes 1. So this becomes 1 by 2. Now the next probability that is being asked is probability of 1 to 2. Now if I have to calculate this probability from CDF, so it becomes fx of 2 plus minus fx of 1 minus. So the value of fx of 2 plus, this point is 2, this value is fx of 2 plus, so it becomes 1. What will be 1 minus? This point is 1 and 1 minus means you have to move this side, so this value again becomes 1 by 3. So it is coming out to be 2 by 3. Similarly, from the PDF you can write 1, 2. So this can be written as 1 minus 2 plus fx of x dx. So this probability you have to calculate. Now you have to calculate area under the curve from 1 minus to 2 plus. So you can also write it like this: 1 minus to 1 plus fx of x dx plus 1 plus 2 minus fx of x dx. So this probability will become, this area from 1 minus to 1 plus will become 1 by 6, and from 1 plus to 2 the area will become same as this rectangular box. So overall expression of this can be written as 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2, and this can be written as 2 by 3. So here also the answer is coming out to be 2 by 3. So now let's move on to the next part which is given in this problem. So the next part which is given in the problem is probability of mod x less than equal to 1. We know that it means we have to calculate the probability in which x is lying from -1 to 1. So this probability can be calculated from both CDF as well as PDF. So if I have to calculate it from CDF, then I can write it as fx of 1 plus minus fx of minus 1 minus. So you can see that from the CDF the value at fx of 1 plus, this is 1, and 1 plus will move to here. So this is fx of 1 plus, this value is 1 by 2, minus what will be the value at -1 of minus. So this point is -1, and -1 to 0 there is no graph existing, so this value becomes 0, or this answer becomes 1 by 2. Same answer you can also calculate from PDF, which is from -1 to 1, and it will become area from -1 minus to 1 plus fx x of x dx. So you have to calculate the area under the curve from this point -1 to 1 plus. So you have to calculate total area from here to here. So in this you have to calculate two areas. One will be this rectangular box and another one will be this impulse. So the area of the rectangular box becomes 1 by 3 into 1, and area of the impulse becomes 1 by 6. So this becomes overall 3 by 6, or you can write it as 1 by 2. Now next part is asking us to calculate the area, probability of mod x less than 1. So this can be written as -1 to 1. So the probability from -1 to 1 from CDF can be written as fx of 1 minus fx of -1 plus. So fx of 1 minus, from here you can see this point will be fx of 1 minus, it is coming out to be 1 minus 3, and this value will be 0. Similarly, for PDF you can write -1 to 1, or it becomes -1 plus to 1 minus area under the curve of the PDF. So in this case you have to calculate area from here to 1 minus, which means up to this point, or this impulse is not included. So very clearly you can see you have to calculate the area of this box only, and the area of this box is coming out to be 1 by 3. So in this manner, any problem in which probability has been asked can be solved by using this PDF as well as CDF. Now if I have to comment on the nature of the x, so what will be the nature of the x? We know that in case of discrete random variables, the CDF will always have staircase approximation only. And in case of a continuous random variable, it will not have any staircase representation. Now if a random variable has both continuous nature as well as staircase nature, or its PDF has continuous nature as well as impulses, it means it is the case of mixed random variable. So this becomes the case of the mixed random variable. Let's move on to the next problem. In this problem also the CDF of a random variable is given, and very clearly it is mentioned that x is the mixed random variable. So it is obviously very clear because this is having step changes as well as it is also having the continuous variations. Now we have to find out the value of k, and the value of k you can also find out to be 1, because in case of CDF we know that this fx of infinite is always going to be 1, and in this case fx of infinite is k. So this value of k becomes 1. Now our purpose is to find out the PDF, and then we will calculate few probabilities. So this was your CDF given. This is your CDF, f of x versus x. Now in this case it is starting from -2 . It is starting from -2. It becomes -1. This point is 1. So this point has the value of 1/4. This value is 1/2, and this becomes 1. Now we have to differentiate it. So whenever you will differentiate it, you can find out the slopes. So this slope becomes 1/4. This is your infinity. This slope is 0. This slope is also infinity. This slope is 0. So whenever you will differentiate this CDF, so you have to plot the slopes, or you have to write down the values of the slope. So again, this point becomes -2. This is -2. This point is -1. This is 0. This point is as 1. So from -2 to -1, you have to draw the value of 1/4. So let me draw the value of 1/4. This becomes the value of 1/4. Now from -1 to 1, you have to draw the value of 0. So I have drawn the value of 0 from here to here. Now exactly at 1, you can see, exactly at -1, the slope is also infinity, and if you will see the size of this jump, so the size of this jump comes out to be 1/4. So there must be an impulse present with area 1/4. So this impulse should also be present here, and area of this impulse will become 1/4. Then from -1 to 1, slope is 0, so we'll draw the line of 0 slope. Now exactly at 1, again there is slope infinity or there is jump. So whenever a jump is present in a signal, then its differentiation will always have impulses. So the size of this jump you can see from here is 1/2. So here we will have an impulse whose area is coming out to be 1/2. So here we will have an impulse, and area of this impulse is 1/2. Then after 1, the slope is 0, and if slope is 0, so we have to plot a value whose amplitude becomes 0. So again, let us see the differentiations. From here to this point, the slope was 1/4. So we have to draw a line which is having the value of 1/4. So this is the line which is having the value of 1/4. Then at -1, there is jump present or slope of infinity is present. So whenever there is jump or slope of infinity, we will have impulses in our differentiated signal. Now it is directing upward direction, so that is why impulse is also having positive area. Similarly, from -1 to 1, this signal is having 0 slope. So we have to draw a line with value 0. At 1, it has slope infinity, or you can say it has upward jump of 1/2. So that is why I have made an upward impulse or impulse with positive area. And then again after 1, the slope is 0. So we have to make a line which is having value 0. So this was all about the PDF and CDF. Now let us see what is being asked in this problem. So first of all, the first question that is being asked is probability of mod x less than equal to 1. So this is the first problem. Now you know that this can be written as -1 to 1. So if I calculate this with the help of CDF, so it becomes -1 to 1 fx of 1 plus minus fx of -1 minus. So you can see from here that value at fx of 1 plus becomes 1, and value at fx of 1 minus, so this will be the value of 1 minus, this will be the value of 1 plus. So value at 1 minus becomes 1 by 2, and sorry, we have to calculate the value at -1 of -1. So this point is -1 and it is representing fx of -1 minus, so it becomes 1 minus 1 by 4, and it is coming out to be 3 by 4. Now same probability if I would have calculated with the help of PDF, which is -1 to 1 equal to -1 minus to 1 plus fx of x dx, which means we have to calculate area under the curve. This point is -1, this point will represent the -1 minus, and this point represents -1 plus. So we have to find the area under the curve from this point up till this point. So this point is 1 plus. So you can very clearly see, if you will move from this point to this point, then you have to cover two impulses, and one impulse has area 1 by 4, another impulse has area 1 by 2, and no continuous signals are present in this case. So you can write the area this 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, and it is coming out to be 3 by 4. So whenever you have to move from -1 minus to 1 plus, in that case you can very clearly see that this continuous signal is existing from -2 to -1. So from -1 minus to -1 in this range, this signal will not contribute in any area because the width will become 0. Similarly, from -1 minus to -1 plus, the area of this impulse will become 0. Then from this section, from here to here, the area is 0, and then again from 1 minus to 1 plus, this overall area becomes 1 by 2. So you can calculate it like this. Now let us see what is asking in the next question. In the next question, it is asking us to calculate the probability of mod x less than 1. So this is the second problem. So this can also be written as -1 to 1. So with the help of CDF, this -1 to 1 becomes fx of 1 minus fx of -1 plus. So whenever you will calculate fx of 1 minus, so this point is your 1, fx of 1 minus means this value, and this value is nothing but 1 by 2. Now you have to calculate fx of -1 plus. So this point becomes -1 plus, this point becomes -1 minus. So if you calculate the value at -1 plus, it is again coming out to be 1 by 2, so it becomes 0. With the help of PDF, you can calculate probability of -1 to 1. It becomes -1 minus 2, -1 plus 2, 1 minus. So you have to calculate the area under the curve, which is this point is -1 plus, this point is -1 minus, this point is 1 plus, this point is 1 minus. So you have to calculate area of this region. You can very clearly see that the area of this region will become 0. Now let's move on to the next part of this problem. So in this part, it is asking us to calculate the probability from -3 by 2 up to 2. So this is the third part of the question. So first of all, I will calculate it from CDF. From CDF, this -3 by 2 to 2 becomes fx of 2 plus minus fx of -3 by 2 minus. So we have to find out two values. One is fx of 2 plus. So that value is quite obvious. this point will be 2, so fx of 2 plus becomes 1. Another we have to calculate fx of minus 3 by 2. So somewhere here we will have minus 3 by 2, and this value you have to calculate. So how will you calculate this value? You have already written its slope, and if slope is written, this width will be 1 by 2. So this value at this point becomes 1 by 8. So this height is 1 by 2, the slope is 1 by 4. So you can calculate this particular value or this particular height as 1 by 8. So this becomes 1 minus 1 by 8 or 7 by 8. Same calculation you do for PDF. So it will become minus 3 by 2 x to 2, or it can be written as minus 3 by 2 minus 2 plus fxx of dx, or you can write it as minus 1.5 minus 2 plus fx of x dx. So minus 1.5 minus will be somewhere here, and from here you have to calculate the area under the curve up to 2 plus. So in this, first of all, this rectangular region will be covered, then this impulse, then this another impulse. So area of this rectangular region will become 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 plus area of this impulse is 1 by 4 and area of this outer impulse is 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, and it becomes 7 by 8. So from the PDF also you are able to calculate the same probabilities of the region as it is giving in case of CDF. So this is it in this lecture. In the next lecture we will try to solve few more.
So hopefully we have understood every concept in this class. If you have any doubt in any concept, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll try to resolve that thing. Apart from that, you can also follow me on various social media platforms. For example, you can join this Telegram group where you will be getting important notification, important updates. This is Telegram group where you can also comment, you can ask your queries, or maybe you can also suggest me for the improvement. Apart from that, this is my Unacademy profile. On this Unacademy profile, you should also follow me so that you can get the important updates of the Unacademy also, right? And this is the Notion page. You just have to type this tiny.cc/VishalGate. So you will be redirected to a page where all the special classes are arranged very systematically. तो मैंने बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स पे स्पेशल क्लास ले रखी है. फॉर एग्जांपल नाइक्विस्ट, फूरियर सीरीज, latches and flip flop, double integrations, okay, lot of things are there. So you will be getting all these concepts absolutely free of cost. You just have to type this in your URL. You will be redirected to that page and attend these lectures one by one. You will be getting a next level confidence in these topics that I can guarantee you. Now this is the Notion page of your YouTube, on which you will be getting the links of the YouTube. Apart from that, you will be also getting the PDFs of that particular lecture. So this is very important for you, and just you have to type http://bit.ly/GateLive. So GateLive, you just have to type it in the capital so that you can access all the lectures link and PDF arranged systematically. So if you want to attend or you want to clear the examination with the free resource, then this is the channel for you. This is the best recorded videos which has been ever made. You just have to go to that lecture, just click the link and download the PDF and start studying systematically. So we have also done this for you so that any student, whether he is sitting any part of this country, should not face the difficulty in cracking the examination, whether he can afford or he cannot. Now if you can afford, then the subscription prices are not something which you cannot pay. It is very nominal amount which you can pay, and you can just avoid all the distractions, all the time wastage which we will be doing in downloading those PDFs, arranging them, arranging for the test series, and a lot of other things that you have to arrange, doubt solvings you have to arrange by yourself. If you want to avoid all those distractions in a very nominal amount, so you can go for the Unacademy Plus subscription. For 12-month subscription, you have to pay only 74 rupees per day. Apart from that, for 18-month subscription, which is the best possible subscription, you have to pay 63 rupees per day. It is even lesser than the pizzas that you order on your home. So it is that much of amount that can shape your career, that can give you the best possible rank in the examinations under the guidance of the best teachers of the country, which has been right now placed on the Unacademy. Now 24-month subscription will cost you 54 rupees per day. So these subscription amounts will give you the subscription for the desired period. Apart from that, if you are using this code, you just have to remember this code write my name, write gate after it. You can also write ESC after it. So you have to write my name and write ESC after it. So any one of these code, once you apply, you will be immediately getting the 10% discount. You will be getting all the features of the Unacademy. You will be getting the guidance of all the teachers present on Unacademy, and everything you will be getting that is needed to crack the examination once you are using this code. So if you think we are working hard, we are giving our best content, we are giving the free content absolutely for you guys, and everything that is needed for every student to crack the examination. So never forget to use this code whenever you are taking the subscription. So this code is very important and you have to use every time you are taking the subscription. Now, those who are interested for the prices, total price amount. So let me tell you, total price is 27,225 for 12 months, 34,650 for 18, and for 24 months it is 39,600. You can also pay this by using zero cost EMI. Zero cost EMI can be paid by credit card and debit card. In debit cards, there are only Bajaj and HDFC as of now available. Okay, so this zero cost EMI means you do not have to pay anything extra. Any interest is not, you should not pay, and you have to pay this much of amount on the daily basis if you are looking for the zero cost EMI option. Apart from that, if you are coming for Iconic subscription, so Iconic mein, I have already told you that your personal coach will be the game changer. He will be he will be basically following you to give you the guidance so that you can get the success in a very short span of time. So he will be following you, he will be pushing you every time. Now, once you use this coupon code, this will be costing you around 45,225, and if you are using this coupon code, write my name, gate after it, you will be getting the 24-month subscription of Iconic in 66,600 rupees. Fine. Apart from that, every one of you should follow this GATE aspirant group, and there also some important notification always comes. Now, what are the YouTube channels that you should immediately subscribe? This Creatrix, this is the channel on which you are present. This is Unacademy GATE questions, where previous year questions has been solved by the educators. So you'll be getting all the previous year questions video solution apart from the PDF also. This is the Electrical Junction channel, where you will be getting the important concepts of EC and electrical. And this is Engineering Pathshala, where you will be getting some practical aspect of the videos, some animated videos that will enhance your ability to think. So these are the channels which you should immediately subscribe so that you can get a better content. Fine. Now these are my some YouTube videos which I have created for you. In all of these videos will give you some motivation, guidance, content, and some strategy. So these are hand-picked videos. You can immediately follow these videos. Okay. So thank you so much. And those who are coming on this channel, immediately share all the content which is present on this channel. We are working very hard for you guys. So this is your responsibility that you should share this channel. You should subscribe this channel. Also share the link of this channel, link of the videos, link of the educator whom you follow, so that every student who is needy, they can come onto this channel and they can get the best possible rank. So all the best everyone. Let's crack it.